The grief is real. The pain is real. This is something we are all dealing with tonight. Hours later, the scene outside of the Virginia Beach Municipal Center is still active. You're looking live there. You see the lights, the police lights, detectives still piecing together exactly what happened this afternoon. Good evening. I'm Nicole Livas. It is a lot to take in. 12 of our neighbors were killed this afternoon. There's no real way to make sense of violence like this. That's a process that will take months or years, if ever. But we can help you understand what happened today. Police updated us a little more than an hour ago. That's when we learned 13 people in total are now dead. Several others are hurt. Doctors are working to save them right now. We also know the gunman worked for the city. Officers shot and killed him after a long gun battle. Here's what Chief Jim Severa had to say.
Our process is always to notify family members prior to releasing names. We do know who the suspect is. We have not been successful in notifying certain family members. Once we are able to do that, we will release his name once. We're going to mention his name once, and then he will be forever referred to as the suspect, because our focus now is the dignity and respect to the victims in this case and to their families.
Our 13 News Now team is helping piece together this story. Jacqueline Lee is at Sentara Virginia Beach General Hospital, where doctors are treating some of the victims. Allie Weatherton is with families at Princess Anne Middle School. We're also getting more perspective from Robert Boyd, but we begin with the latest from Adriana D'Alba.
Tonight, heartbreak in the city of Virginia Beach.
This is a horrific day for the Commonwealth of Virginia. Our hearts ache over the senseless violence that has been inflicted upon the Virginia Beach community today.
Shortly after 4 today, a gunman walked into the Public Works building of the Municipal Center, going floor to floor, shooting people with a handgun with multiple magazines. The suspect killed 12 victims. 4 others are in the hospital undergoing surgery. During a long battle with police, he shot an officer who was saved by his vest. Police then killed the suspect, whom they have not named. We've learned the gunman was a longtime employee with the city's Public Works Department. Among the victims, neighbors, co-workers, and friends.
Their lives are changed forever. The folks who work in that building, their lives are changed. I have a number of officers right now who are processing through what best could be described as a war zone.
In a few words, Virginia Beach Mayor Bobby Dyer said it all.
Today is Virginia Beach's darkest hour.
His focus now, helping the victims' families.
All right, here's the latest now from Sentara tonight. We know 3 people are being treated at Sentara Virginia Beach General Hospital. 2 are in critical condition. 1 is in fair condition. 2 died at the hospital. Another was flown from Sentara Princess Anne to Sentara Norfolk General in critical condition. Now, that is the region's only level 1 trauma center. 1 person took themselves to Princess Anne and has now been released, we're told. Let's bring Jacqueline Lee into the conversation. She is live at Sentara Virginia Beach General Hospital tonight. Jacqueline?
Nicole, I spoke with multiple people walking in and out of the emergency room. None of them wanted to talk on camera. None of them were related to the victims. But one woman did tell me she was in absolute disbelief when she learned what happened. And she said everyone in that hospital felt the same way, just because they couldn't believe something like this happened right here in Virginia Beach.
The second the Nightingale Regional Air Ambulance rotors fired up, it immediately indicated a much darker scene over in neighboring Virginia Beach. 12 people are now dead. 4 are undergoing surgery at area hospitals. Around 5 o'clock this afternoon, Nightingale took off to pick up a patient at Sentara Princess Anne Hospital and bring them back to Sentara Norfolk General Hospital. That just goes to show the severity of that victim's injuries. Sentara Norfolk General Hospital is a level 1 trauma center, 1 of 5 in the entire Commonwealth of Virginia. A level 1 trauma center means the hospital is able to provide total care to every aspect of a patient's injuries. If a patient needs a high level of care like they would in this situation, that's where they'd need to go. Tonight, families are hoping and praying their loved ones pull through. An entire community behind them.
And earlier today, a total of 6 people were taken to the hospital. 2 of them died right here at Sentara Virginia Beach General Hospital. Live in Virginia Beach, Jacqueline Lee, 13 News Now.
Families and loved ones of employees who aren't hearing anything are being told to go to Princess Anne Middle School. Let's show you exactly where this is. Now, the GPS address is 2323 Holland Road, just off of Nimmo Parkway, not far from the Municipal Center. Allie Weatherton is live there tonight. Allie?
Yeah, I am here at Princess Anne Middle School. I kind of want to show you what we're looking at right now. I've been here for several hours. The parking lot is still pretty full. A couple people have left, but all night families continue walking in and out of the school, and it's just heartbreaking to see and look at these families' faces. You can just tell how shocked they are. It's a place for families to take shelter and wait for answers. Some inside say they are ready to reunite with their loved ones, while others are holding out hope. I talked to a few people who didn't want to go on camera, but say they are having a very hard time processing what happened this afternoon. A man who came to the middle school to find his wife says they had a date night planned tonight for the Patriotic Festival. Another woman says she was picking up her daughter from work who was in Building 1. She was told to hide under her desk and take shelter. That mom waited for her daughter and she heard gunshots, and she also saw a victim running out of the building. She told me she told the victim that she was a nurse and that she could help him, but says by that time, police already showed up. Now, this is a very sensitive scene, so I am standing back from where we are here at Princess Anne Middle School just to allow families to have their space and grieve. So if they do want to come talk to us, I am standing here, but I am not really asking people as many questions so they can just have time to be with their families. Back to you guys.
Allie, thank you. We do have a breaking update to the story right now. 2 law enforcement sources tell ABC News the suspect is 40-year-old Dwayne Craddock, a longtime city employee, a current city employee. Remember, Police Chief Jim Severa said they would identify him by name once, and from then on, only call him the suspect. Now, in the middle of all of this, storms rolled through parts of Hampton Roads. You just saw Allie with her umbrella out there, heavy rain coming down there at the scene. You may have seen lightning. This is a live look over downtown Norfolk, and here's where things stand tonight. Powerful storms are still rolling through the region, so let's head over to the expert now, meteorologist Evan Stewart, tracking where those storms are headed next.
That's right, Nicole. The good news is that the threat for severe weather is now over, although we have a flood advisory for parts of northeastern North Carolina because of some of the heavy rain has been falling across the part of the Tar Heel State a little bit earlier. And we had, again, this one line of thunderstorms that was moving out of central Virginia, and these thunderstorms moving out of North Carolina sort of converging here over top of Hampton Roads. Some of the heaviest of the rain this evening has been down across northeastern North Carolina. So we had that flood advisory until 1:15 for Camden, Currituck, Pasquotank, and Perquimans County. Still picking up some of that moderate rain across southern parts here of Currituck County as you work your way down 158 towards Poplar Branch, Grandy, and Jarvisburg, and over towards the Outer Banks. And that rain continues back towards Elizabeth City and Weeksville, starts to finally taper off towards Nixonton, and still some big thunderstorms moving through the Pamlico Sound right now, just south of Roanoke Island and Manteo. We got some heavy rain right around Oregon Inlet and point southward down the Cape Hatteras National Seashore. So we look at that other line, still some moderate to heavy rain across southern parts of Isle of Wight County from Walters up towards Windsor, Boaz, and that continues on up towards Chuckatuck, moving into western Suffolk right now around Bennett Creek, Bartlett, right around the James River Bridge. Again, everything continues to work its way off towards the east. The rain starts to taper off a little bit as we work our way up the peninsula. And here's the reason: we had this upper level low pressure spinning around as it made its way closer to the coastline. We saw that humidity start to help build up those thunderstorms. But again, the good news is things will be winding down here over the next couple of hours. So as we get into tomorrow morning, looking at a couple of showers, partly cloudy skies, could be an isolated shower as we go into the afternoon. High temperatures, though, only around 80 degrees. We are looking at some warmer weather for Sunday and then some nice weather to start the work week, and I'll have that 7-day forecast in a few minutes.